yeah, wake the love up. Wake the love up, yeah, wake the love up. Wake the love up, yeah, wake the love up. Wake the love up, yeah, wake the love up.
Yo, 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 what is up, Sacred Familia? Welcome back to another episode of Wake the Love Up. It's your boy Burnell Washburn. It's a beautiful day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really stoked to be on here sharing myself with you. And we have a powerful, amazing episode in store. So strap in. We're going to talk all about how to become a master manifestor, how I manifested literally like everything I ever wanted and so much more, and how it seems to just keep getting easier and easier for me to manifest my desires. So I'm going to share a few pieces of wisdom on that, and I just really wanted to come tune in with you. It feels honestly so good to just be recording an episode and be back in harmony and back in resonance with you guys. I feel like I got my mojo back, so thank you so much for tuning in and listening today. My intention with this episode is to uplift, to inspire, to share wisdom that can change your life, and to just be a friend in your ear for whatever time this episode ends up taking, just enriching you with the best vibes from my heart, from my spirit. So thank you so much for listening. It's been a hot minute since I've recorded an episode, and it feels really good to be back. So I haven't done an episode, and it's probably been a couple months. It's been a long break, and I didn't even plan on taking this break. It just sort of ended up happening due to the flow of life. And it's not that I was lazy. It's not that I didn't have anything to say, because I have so much to say. It's, if anything, life has just like accelerated so much. I have been busy in the best way. Like every day I've just been living my purpose, fulfilling my mission, and doing so much awesome things. So I haven't even really created the space and time to just sit down and record an episode until now. And it's the start of a new year. I hope you like the new intro music. I'll probably change it, but that was just fun. That was like the day I got my drum, and it was like the first time trying to record anything on the flute, so I was just like messing around real quick, and I was like, I'll throw that on the beginning of the podcast for this. It's a new year, a new me, new music. Probably go back to the old music or something brand new and fresh, but for now, hope you're digging the vibes. I've been loving playing the flute and the drum lately, and the shakers, and those shakers that you heard at the beginning is like a bottle of flax seeds or chia seeds or something. So since then, I've gotten a bunch of cool shakers that you might hear on future episodes. But anyway, since the last episode, I have like literally become a whole new, better version of myself in so many ways. I'm literally healthier and happier and more fulfilled than I've ever been, making more money than I've ever made before. Things are just going really well. So I wanted to come on here and share some things and share what's working for me, so you can take what resonates and apply it on your own journey and see if any of the wisdom that gets channeled through ends up helping you out. Because I know a lot of this stuff is teachings, wise teachings that masters have been sharing for centuries. And when I've applied it to my own life, it's made a profound impact on just how I experience reality in this 3D plane, in this and beyond, in this human avatar on this beautiful planet. It's such a gift and a blessing to be alive. So thank you so much for tuning in. Huge thank you to our sponsors, Organifi, the best organic superfood juice mixes and protein powders and so much more. Check them out, Organifi.com. Use promo code Burnell, all uppercase Burnell, to save 15% off your order and stock yourself up with high quality organic nutrition that's sustainably sourced, that tastes delicious, that makes your body feel amazing. Organifi has been fueling my vibes for the last couple months, and I'm really grateful for them sponsoring this podcast, and helping me enrich the health and wellness of my tribe. I've gotten a lot of homies to start drinking Organifi, and they're loving it, feeling amazing, and it's cool that I get to spread the wellness, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. So shout out to Organifi, shout out to Moss Life, the Irish sea moss, woman-owned business startup that's really helping my health game. It has all the minerals I need, and really grateful for Moss Life. You can check them out at Official Moss Life. All the links to these sponsors are also in the show notes, so you can just check those out and swoop yourself some Irish sea moss. It's some good stuff, make you feel amazing. You put it in your juices, your smoothies, your teas. Has all sorts of minerals and vitamins and all sorts of goodness. So check it out, and you're supporting a beautiful woman who's doing good things in this world. So. And our last sponsor of the day, Water Fusions. If you're in SLC or even online, check out Water Fusions. Link in the description below. And wow, such a good company, family run, small business, doing it right. Organic nutrition, superfood smoothies, elixirs, juices, supplements. They have an oxygen bar. They have massage chairs. They have DNA scans, these quantum DNA scans that can tell you all about your body's, just so much about your body, your deficiencies in minerals and vitamins and amino acids and allergies and emotions and even crystals and sound healing frequencies that resonate with your body. So check out Water Fusions. You can just go in there and tell them Burnell sent you, and they'll hook it up. And yeah, it's a good company to support. Your body will love you. And the more I've been going in and treating myself to high quality nutrition, the more money that I make. So it all comes back because my whole entire vessel, my sacred body temple, vibrates on a higher frequency. My thoughts are different, my emotions are different, so I access more inspired ideas, I build better relationships, I create more value in the world, and it all comes back to me. I'm more present and playful with my daughter, and just so many things are better when I'm investing in my health and wellness. So I just wanted to shout out the sponsors real quick. And really, yeah, I make a little kickback and get some free products, and that's awesome. But I like supporting these companies genuinely, and I would regardless if they were hooking me up at all, because I believe that they're doing it right, and I believe we vote with our dollars. So helping my tribe get healthy and helping good companies become more prosperous so they can impact more people and we can all thrive, like it just seems like such a harmonious win-win-win. And that's really how I'm able to manifest so many amazing things, is because I'm in harmony with the greater good. I'm manifesting things from the heart, from the spirit, not from the ego, not from selfish, ego desires or social programming. I'm manifesting things from the heart that are a benefit, that are a blessing to the entire universe. So when you truly believe that what you're manifesting or calling in is in alignment and harmony with all of the greater good, then it's easy for you to believe that you deserve it and allow it to flow in, because everything that we want to create has already been created. It's just about becoming aware of it, opening ourselves up to the station that it's on, shifting our vibration to be in the receptive mode and be on the frequency which our desire is already resonating on in the infinite quantum field. So yes, shout out Moss Life, shout out Organifi, shout out Water Fusions. Check them all out in the show notes. Invest in your health and wellness. Share it with your family and your loved ones. Help them on their health path too. And let's just all thrive in abundant harmony with nature. So, a few life updates since we last spoke. Like, wow, I can't even remember like all the magic that's unfolded in the last few months. It's been really beautiful. So that's part of why I haven't done an episode, is because I've just been doing so much fun stuff, and I've been really social and out. I went through a phase where I was like hermiting, and I was mostly by myself for a couple years and doing lots of deep shadow work, and now I've kind of blossomed into this like super social phase lately where I've been just doing a lot with the Soul Tribe, and it's been so fun. So I moved into a new house. I'm actually living with my best homie right now, Trevor T. Mental, amazing hip hop artist and spiritual teacher and healer who I started a new business called Look Within. We do healing work, we do Reiki, Ho'oponopono, sound healing, we teach meditation, all sorts of amazing things, and that's just keeps blossoming. It's thriving right now and blossoming into something that's so beautiful, and it's like we're allowing ourselves to be the answer to the collective prayer. We're allowing ourselves to just be a Ram Dass, an instrument of God in service of the divine. And this company is a beautiful vehicle for us to do that. And it's thriving right now. So it's cool that we're living together, creating together. We've been doing so many cool things. We just hosted a beautiful magical workshop. It was the Quantum Vision Workshop 2. You might have heard me talk about the first one that we did way back in February of just like the beginning of 2020, like right before COVID hit. And then we did the second one in December of 2020, so right at the end of 2020. And it just blew the first one out of the water. It was so magical, just like a whole day of healing and community connection and up-leveling, meditation, sound healing, sacred cacao ceremony, live music, ecstatic dance, a tea lounge, card readings, local vendors, body work, Reiki, so many amazing keynote speakers and practitioners sharing their magic, and wow, it just like it went off like way better than I could have ever imagined. Financially, it was really successful. Emotionally, it was just really fulfilling and satisfying on so many levels. It was just a blessing for our whole tribe, and I'm really grateful that I was able to answer that calling, see that vision, and bring it into fruition with the help of my amazing family, my amazing team. Like I brought together like so many of my favorite people that are masters, that are teaching amazing things, that are sharing their spirit with the community in beautiful ways, and brought them all together under one room at an amazing venue called the Clubhouse in Salt Lake City. And afterwards, we did a magical ceremony that lasted all night after the workshop. And it was just like, it went off way better than I could have imagined. I got to circulate abundance to so many people in the community that are doing good work. Everything just was, so beautiful. I'm really, really grateful. So if you were at the Quantum Vision Workshop, thank you. Thank you for being there and bringing yourself and your magic to co-create that dream with us and dream up such a special workshop. I'm really excited for a lot more. We have so many things coming up over the next, just in the horizon over the next 6 months that I'm really excited to allow into fruition. So yeah, things have been thriving. I've done or worked with some amazing plant teachers, including Wachuma. I'll probably do a whole episode on Wachuma. We had a beautiful ceremony with that. The grandfather teacher, aka the San Pedro cactus, mescaline, really similar in some ways to peyote. And we had like a nice men's group, and that was life-changing to just sit with that grandfather, that sacred divine masculine medicine. And since then, I've like awakened my divine masculine. I've gotten like back in touch with my sexuality. I've been more integrity with myself. I've been more just awakened to my divine masculine power. So, and the divine feminine too. So like, yeah, it's lots has transpired. I've had some amazing retreats, up at some different cabins and things, and I've made so many new friends. 2020 was such a magical year. Like even though so much shifted because of COVID, I was used to making all this money from performing and touring and just doing concerts and throwing all these hip hop shows. And then I completely shifted everything. I started up weekly meditations. I started working with sacred plant medicines. I started going to different retreats and festivals that were just way more aligned with my spirit and what I'm calling in. So I'm so grateful for it. Seems like COVID was just this giant blessing in disguise, and I know it's been hard on so many of us, but we have the power to shift our perspective and create meaning nothing in life has any meaning except for the meaning that we give it. So I chose right off the bat to start telling a beautiful story about COVID, and I reframed it and to have a nice meaning like, yo, this is just a huge blessing in disguise. It's given me a chance to go deeper within my spiritual connection. It's given me a chance to step into my purpose, to really look at my life and shift so many ways and let go of things that are no longer serving. So I chose to reframe it in that way, and then that's how I experienced it so far. It's just been blessing after blessing after blessing. And sure, there's been some challenges, but I've been able to navigate all those challenges and transmute them into beautiful ways that serve me and serve our collective. So I'm really, really grateful for 2020. Here we are at the beginning of 2021, and it's off to a beautiful start so far. And I'm about to move to Hawaii. I'm literally moving to Hawaii in 2 weeks. Like, I can't even believe it. I haven't even really processed it yet. So on January 20th, our flight leaves, and we're going to go be living with some amazing teachers and bringers of medicine that we've been sitting with and working with over the year 2020. We're getting an opportunity to expand that connection, to connect with them so much deeper and learn so much because they're just really wise, amazing musicians. Um, so much deep spiritual wisdom that we can learn from them, and a lot that we can bring to the table as well. So we're gonna be in paradise on the ocean, on a beautiful retreat center, 30 acres of private land with our own private hot springs. Just the most amazing people I've ever met. So like, wow, I can't even believe it. And that's just like something that I got clear on my vision and started calling that in of like, I want to live in Hawaii. And then that just came effortlessly because I've been daydreaming about it, talking with Trevor about it, and my best homie Trevor T. Metal is going with me as well. And we the whole summer we were just like out in nature doing qigong, journaling, going on camping trips, and we were constantly talking about like, yo, when we go live with them in Hawaii, it's gonna be so amazing. Oh man, like, and we had never really talked about it like except for just briefly after ceremonies, like yeah, come visit us in Hawaii sometime, and seemed like out of reach, but definitely was gonna happen someday. And then we just kept daydreaming about it, having fun. So this is like one first key takeaway of today's episode is that you can daydream and speak your reality into existence in such a playful way when you're not attached to it being on a specific timeline or happening a certain way, when you're just like, oh, it's gonna be so fun when this happens, and oh man, like we're gonna be doing this and that, and like just having fun. Like I've manifested so many things just like kind of daydreaming with the homies about how cool it's gonna be and just kind of like speaking it into existence. And yeah, like, I bet so and so is gonna invite us to do XYZ, and then boom, it just happens. Like out of nowhere, we get a call one day that says, "Hey, we want you and Trevor to come live with us in Hawaii. We've been tuning in to your energy. We haven't offered this to anyone else yet, but we've been meditating on it, and you guys really feel aligned. You guys feels like you need to be out here, so we want you to come live with us." And we're just like, no way. Like it's like too good to be true. Like, yeah, we've just been talking about this the last few months about how fun that would be and how expansive that would be. And then it just comes like in a way easier way than I could ever imagine. And then like when it came to like getting our plane tickets there, we ended up getting like the cheapest plane tickets I've ever heard of. And like all sorts of things just worked out in our favor for us to go there and answer our soul's calling, because our hearts just wanted to be in Hawaii. My heart really wanted to be around the ocean, around the dolphins and the whales and the turtles and the jungle and the waterfalls and the rainbows. My heart really wanted to be around people that I can learn from and grow with and just live a beautiful, creative, expansive, awakened existence with. So I'm not moving out there full term or full time. We're just going for 3 months minimum is our commitment so far, and then we'll see how things flow. I'm most likely going to come back after the 3 months because I have my sweet daughter who's my best friend, and she's only going to be able to come out and visit me there for like a week or two at a time because she has school. So I've never been away from her for more than a week. She's like 6.5 now. I've never been away from her for more than like 7 days tops. So it's gonna be a challenge. It's like way out of my comfort zone to move to a new state, but it just feels right. My body feels expansive when I think about it. And there's been a couple times I've been in ceremony or sitting with some medicine and I think about it and it just feels like my body just ignites with bliss, like on every cell. Like it feels so right, even though it feels really scary. And I have a good situation here in Salt Lake, things are thriving. I'm making good money here. I've got amazing soul tribe here. We've got weekly offerings. I'm doing all these healing sessions. Our calendar is booked out with just so much magic. Like Salt Lake is an amazing place to be right now. So I'm leaving something really good to go step into the unknown, and that's where a lot of magic happens. So hold on, let me take a sip of my cacao. I love the sacred cacao medicine. So grateful to have stepped into a role as a practitioner of this medicine and host ceremonies with it and help people connect to the beautiful medicine, opening our hearts, raising our sense of compassion, helping us connect with each other, helping us meditate and dance and sing and play. And I love cacao. It's actually got more calcium than cow's milk. It's like the highest plant-based source of iron. It's like packed with magnesium and a bunch of other minerals, and just such a beautiful medicine. It's what chocolate's made out of. Most people listening to this probably have experienced cacao, but if not, would love to see you one of our cacao ceremonies. We're doing a cacao galactivation on 111 on January 11th coming up in a week from today. So that's at Natural Law Apothecary. If you're here in this episode before then, I'd love to have you join us. If not, make sure to tune in with me or Trevor online, just at Burnell Washburn on Instagram, so we can be connected and you can be aware of all of our offerings, so we can just like co-create some magic together. I love connecting with people, especially podcast listeners, because I feel like if you listen to this show, you get to hear and experience like a really special, deeper part of my spirit that doesn't necessarily fully come out if you're just hanging out with me. It doesn't necessarily fully come out in my music. It doesn't necessarily come out in my online posts and blog posts and whatever. Like all of those things are like authentic, magical expressions of the divine as me. But there's something kind of unique about podcasting where it's just me and a microphone expressing myself from the heart. It's not scripted or planned out. Usually I have like just like a base idea of what the episode's going to be, and then I just hit record and talk for an hour. So if you listen to this, like you see kind of a cool side that not everyone gets to experience about me. So I feel like extra seen and heard by you, and I love you so much. And I really appreciate all of you guys who have been supporting this by sharing it, by contributing on Patreon. Some of you guys are throwing $5, $10, $20 a month on my Patreon, and that's just another manifestation. Like I was like, I want to start a Patreon, and I want to expand the avenues and streams of abundance so I can keep doing what I love and keep serving and creating and doing what I'm meant to be doing. Like I honestly feel like as I'm recording this right now, like this is what I'm meant to be doing in this moment. And whether one person or 100 million people listen to this episode doesn't even really matter. It just feels aligned in the moment. The journey's the destination, and I feel in integrity with the divine presence that is never in absence. As I'm speaking these words, feels right. So I'm going to keep doing this, and it's honestly felt like something's been off a little bit since I haven't done an episode. It was a little strange with moving and all the events going on, and so it was kind of nice to take a break, but I feel like once I get to Hawaii, I'll probably be recording a lot of episodes and having like just so much insights to share, because I'm going to be away from a lot of the normal things, and it's going to be like a chance to start fresh, and I'll probably be sitting in quite a few ceremonies, learning a lot. So I'm excited to share my insights as I continue on my journey. And I want to talk just a little bit more about manifesting and how to become a master manifester because I've kind of been rambling this first half of the episode so far. So, um, a few things that have really helped me on my journey of becoming a master manifester is really listening to spiritual masters that are embodying the life that I want to live. Finding expansive people, expanders, people that are already living in the reality that I want to be living or some version of it or something similar to it. And listening, being discerning of what resonates and what not because what doesn't because not every single thing that works for them is going to work for me and vice versa. But you can take so much wisdom from books and podcasts and just sitting in nature. A lot of the wisdom I gain is just from sitting in nature, observing animals and plants, and um, audiobooks and podcasts and YouTube videos and things have really helped too. Just like seeing what's possible for others shows me that I can have that life too. So make a conscious effort to surround yourself by around people that you aspire to be like. And how you attract those relationships is you become a vibrational match. Wealthy people want to hang out with people that are vibrating on a wealth conscious level, not people that are stuck in lack and scarcity. Healthy people usually like to be around people that are taking care of their bodies, that care about what they eat, like I've been going to this restaurant called Rawtopia, Omar's Rawtopia. It's like the best restaurant in Utah, organic and raw and just like sustainably sourced and made with love. And I noticed the type of people that go to that restaurant are on a different frequency than the people that I used to see in the drive-through at McDonald's. And it's not judging, saying one's good or bad or right or wrong. It's just like, who do you want to surround yourself with? So, because you will become like the people that you associate with. You'll pick up on their subconscious beliefs and patterns and traits. So I've been making a conscious effort to cultivate high vibe relationships, and I've talked about that a lot on the podcast. So it all starts by being the change we wish to see. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So we have to first become it. Joe Dispenza says the best way to predict your future is to create it. And we create our reality in an electromagnetic field. Thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. So when we get into brain-heart coherence, meaning we're intellectually thinking in a harmony and alignment with the way that we're emotionally feeling, and we send out a powerful, coherent signal, and we can manifest things with ease, grace, and flow. And we can realize that it gets to be easy. We don't have to suffer, we don't have to struggle, it doesn't have to be constant grinding and hardships in order to create the life of our dreams. That's an old paradigm in the old world that doesn't work anymore. And that's kind of like the first part of like the self-development path is like you're very ego-driven, coming like I'm gonna force my way. It's like more of this masculine energy. I'm gonna make my life happen how I want it by I'm gonna work my ass off and I'm never gonna sleep and I'm gonna get what I want through force. And that route works to a degree. You can manifest certain things, but they'll usually wither away, and usually it leads to burnout. So I found the best approach is to like kind of harmonize the feminine and masculine, the feminine being more receptive and allowing and trusting and just let me meditate and get into alignment and get my energy right. And then the masculine is like the awakened masculine, it's not the toxic masculine. The awakened masculine is like, okay, once I'm in alignment, once the feminine is in alignment and harmony and has cultivated the right emotions, now I'll take inspired action. So there's still action involved, but it's an inspired, aligned action rather than frantic scarcity mindset action of like not enoughness. I gotta hustle and grind and force this to happen, or else if this doesn't happen, I'm gonna be screwed and I'm gonna be so sad and life is gonna suck if I don't make this happen, so I'm gonna make this happen. Like, that's the toxic side of trying to manifest, whereas like, yeah, action's required, but it'll be fun, playful, aligned, harmonious action when it's really in alignment with what spirit wants to bring through. So first you're tuning into the collective prayers that want to be answered through you, and then you become a vibrational match to receive the insight and the inspiration which leads you to inspired action. And usually that's just when you're following your joy. You're listening to your heart, you're in the moment, you're just going with the flow and doing what feels right. And then that leads to synchronicity and magic and miracles unfolding in every moment. So we can do it all in a struggle grind way, and that'll get us so far, but then it'll collapse. Or we can do it in a playful, fun, aligned, harmonious way, and it'll be sustainable and long-term fulfilling. We are in the age of Aquarius now. Instant manifestation is easily possible. All we need to do is get aligned and be manifesting things that are in harmony with the greater good, not just things that serve ourselves, but things that serve our whole collective. So it gets to be easy, and we will find evidence of whatever we're looking for. The entire universe is a mirror reflecting our internal reality. So the more we start to tell a story of it gets to be fun and easy, the more our external reality will match and mirror that, and we'll find evidence of that. If we think we need to struggle and suffer and work super hard, then that'll be our experience. But if we think, hey, I can just have fun and be in the flow and relax and chill out and be playful, and everything that I ever wanted will come to me if I'm just aligned and I'm just doing the work, boom, then that will be mirrored in our reality as well, and that's what we'll experience. We are divine storytellers speaking our lives into existence. Whatever we speak, we create. Abracadabra. As I speak, so I create. When we're writing, they call it spelling because we're casting spells. We're divine magicians, divine storytellers, bringing our life into existence by how we're thinking and feeling, and most of all, by how we're being. So at any given moment, we can choose to be different and therefore create different, attract different. And we're never stuck in the same reality. We might be stuck in certain illusions because where we think we're stuck, but we can shatter these illusions and see a bigger picture and realize that we are the divine creators. And at any given time, we can just start telling new stories, more empowering stories that serve us, that help us create a beautiful, fulfilling life. So I've been really mindful of my language, using NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, to speak my life into existence. And my tribe and I, we help each other catch. We help catch each other when they're slipping off and speaking things. I don't let my homies go around saying things like I'm broke, I'm depressed. Like whatever we say after I am is really powerful, creative statement. So we start by asking more empowering questions, and we get better answers. Why are we so blessed? Why is the entire universe conspiring to help me thrive? How is it so easy? Why is this so fun? Why do I feel so healthy? We start asking questions like this, and we create a whole different reality. I always say that words don't just describe our reality, words design our reality, words create our reality. So it's a nice reminder to just be super heartful and mindful with our vocabulary and our word usage, and be aware that we're speaking our life into existence, and we'll find evidence on whatever we're looking for. So we get to be the change we wish to see. We get to start telling more empowering stories, and we get to start scanning the world for evidence that serves us. And why am I so blessed? We start saying things like the entire universe is conspiring in my favor. The entire universe is conspiring to help me thrive. And then that is reflected on our reality. So the biggest part of why I've been able to manifest everything I ever wanted is because I've just been getting out of my own way. Meditating, connecting to spirit, going in nature, surrounding myself with people that are embodying these frequencies too. And then I'm realizing yo, this is fun and easy. I was just making it hard on myself all these years because I was telling stories, and I was unnecessarily suffering and struggling because I had all this programming thinking that that's how it needed to be. When I rewired that and reprogrammed that, I started telling a new story. One of my daily affirmations that I write and speak is, I accept that good things come easily. I accept that good things come easily. I used to be programmed into thinking that it needed to be hard, or people would respect me more if I had to suffer and really work super, super hard for everything in my life. And now I'm just allowing it to be easy. I don't have to try so hard. Like, the universe is just trying to shower me with love and blessings in every second, and all I need to do is get out of my own way and quiet down long enough to hear it. Get still long enough to notice it and become aware of all the magic and miracles in every single second. Like, this whole time that I've been recording this podcast, I haven't consciously told my heart to beat or my lungs to breathe. It's just been naturally happening for me. This is the magic of the universe consistently blessing us all the time. And the more we tune into that and become aware of that, the more it expands. And another huge way that I've been manifesting everything I ever wanted is because I've been treating myself better than ever. I've been loving myself. I've been more disciplined than ever. I've been courageously stepping out of my comfort zone to speak my truth, to stand strong in my power, to deliver value to the world, to share my gifts. I really started owning, like, I'm beautiful, I'm authentic, I'm powerful, I have gifts to share. I can uplift and inspire and help people and serve people, so let me do that. I'm going to do that. Let's go. And I started embodying a new version of myself that was just, rather than being in my ego worrying about what everyone was going to think of me, I just started unapologetically sharing my gifts and putting myself out there and creating more value in the world. And then more blessings started unfolding, and I started treating myself to small luxuries, giving myself lots of self-care and self-love, going out to nice dinners, rather than being in this scarcity mindset thinking I don't deserve things or I can't have things or there's not enough of things. I'm like, I create abundance from an infinite source. Money is fun and easy to generate. I deserve all the blessings. These are the stories that I tell, and then I tell these stories long enough to then I start embodying them, and then it's this whole loop, this whole like self-fulfilling prophecy where the more I treat myself, the more the universe continues to bless me. I'm like sending out a signal that I deserve to live in luxury and prosperity and health and wellness and vitality. Every time even if I buy like a nice piece of chocolate and I treat it as a sacred ceremony and I have a nice small piece and I'm really mindful about it and I'm celebrating all the blessings in my life as I eat it and I'm consciously tuning into the wealth consciousness, the frequency of abundance and of prosperity, I'm sending out a signal that I'm deserving, that I'm worthy, that this is normal for me to experience. And then guess what happens? I go pick up my phone and someone Venmoed me for no reason saying, I love your music, just wanted to support you, or something like that. Or I got a new coaching client, or we sold a bunch of tickets to one of our events, or, it's like the universe just keeps blessing me and showering me with gifts the more I shower myself with gifts, because it's literally just reflecting my internal state. So the more we love ourselves and the more we treat ourselves and the more we're in alignment with the greater good, the more blessings can just be discovered. They've already been created. They've already been given. They're infinitely given in every single second of the eternal now. We just need to open ourselves up to receive them. Stop blocking ourselves. I heard a good quote recently that says, we don't manifest abundance. We manifest blockages to abundance. Abundance is naturally present in every corner of the universe, in every cell and molecule and every particle and wave of the whole quantum field is just filled with infinite abundance. We manifest blockages to abundance by believing in scarcity programs and illusions of lack and separation. But when we realize that we are God, everyone is us, everyone is one, it's just one giant being, then we're not separate from it. So why would we block ourselves off? Why would we allow certain parts of ourselves to be super prosperous and certain parts of ourselves to just be suffering? And the divine is just this one being made out of pure love, and it creates these illusions of separation to know itself and experience itself more fully, because there's no contrast without it. So all the range, the full spectrum is really quite beautiful, and it's all a tool for the one to know itself and experience itself. So the more we tune into this awareness, the more we step into our power and realize that Source wants to bless us. We're children of the universe and we can thrive. There's enough abundance to go around for all of us. And you take like the Bhagavad Gita says, I take abundance from abundance and abundance remains. Infinite supply. So that's a big part of how I've been able to manifest all my dreams, is realizing that it's not a competition, and money and abundance and prosperity and health does not come from other humans. It can come through other humans, but it comes from source. And I am source, and so I can create whatever I want for myself just by knowing that I already am it and being it. Like Joe Dispenza says, best way to predict our future is to create it. I'm being the change I wish to see and just embodying it by choosing thoughts and emotions that serve me, choosing habits and patterns that serve me, that are in harmony with the life that I wish to create. And I have lots of courage to let go of things that no longer serve. And it's painful sometimes. It's uncomfortable to let the old self die off and create new patterns and reprogram old ways that have been toxic or haven't been serving. It takes work. It's deep work. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And there's so much beauty and magic on the other side of that. So it's a continuous eternal journey. It's not like I've arrived anywhere. I'm always just doing the work. But now I'm stepping into a place where I create my life with ease and flow, and it just seems like everything I ever wanted keeps coming to me effortlessly. Like I'm just serving, I'm just playfully like going out in nature and playing music and being with my daughter and creating the things that my heart feels like creating. You know, if I feel like making a podcast or writing a song or making a YouTube video or whatever, I just do it, take the inspired action. No attachment to the outcome, no control. Like I release all control and I just surrender to the flow of the universe and just trust everything's going to work out exactly how it's meant to. I'm eternally held. That's been one of my favorite things to say and focus on lately, is I am eternally held by source. I'm living in this dream, in this like holographic simulated reality, if you want to call it that. And I'm here for like a blink. If you think about eternity, eternal life is forever. So, and life on this planet might be 100, 150 years. Like, I'm here for like not even a blink in the eye. So let me enjoy it and trust everything's always going to work out. And even if my life became extremely difficult on this planet, like I would wake up from this dream and still be held by this eternal source, this loving divine presence that permeates all of existence. So being in that knowing allows me to be courageous and be disciplined and also just surrender and trust and allow the blessings to unfold and know, like, I like thinking about how every problem or challenge I've ever faced up until now has worked out somehow. Even if it was hard, I learned from it, I grew from it, it made me stronger. Somehow everything worked out. And so I'm 30 years old now. It would be silly for me to just think that it's not going to work out or it's going to all of a sudden just like stop working out when it always has. So I can just let go and trust, like, always has worked out. Like, when can I just finally let go and trust that it's always going to work out? So I vibrate in that knowing that I'm eternally held by source and nothing in this lifetime could really hurt me or take away my true essence. So it's all a blessing. It's all, no matter what happens. And that allows me to take more risks and step into the unknown and serve more and care less about what people might think, or, be less critical and judgmental on myself and allow myself to just have fun co-creating in this magical dream. It's really quite simple. It gets to be easy. So, that's just a few things that have helped me. I'm going to talk a lot deeper about specific manifesting rituals. I do a lot of visualization. I work with lots of plant medicines. Spend a lot of time in nature. I study wise spiritual teachers. I sit in the silence. I surround myself with inspiring people. I let go of what no longer works or serves. I have the courage to face my shadows. And I just have started to cultivate a new knowing that I'm worthy and that I couldn't be more worthy. And it's not a competition with any other humans. It's just about my connection to source. The more connected I am, the more I can allow myself to receive all the goodness. And I think I just finally got rid of all this like judgment and comparison and blame and shame, thinking that I wasn't worthy, or thinking so and so's gonna judge me for having this, or somehow people are gonna like respect me more if I'm like struggling and suffering. I got rid of those old stories and started telling new stories, and now I'm happy to say like my life is fun and easy, and it's beautiful and magical, and wow, I'm just like super, super blessed, and I'm super grateful, and I love being able to share this experience and just exist. I'm super grateful to exist. That's another huge key to my manifesting powers, is that I continuously tune myself into the frequency of gratitude. I'm so grateful. I appreciate every sip of water, every bite of food, and I don't just say it, like I live it, I embody it, I feel it, I experience it, I am it. I'm not just intellectually in my mind saying like, "Oh, I'm so grateful for water." I take a sip of water a lot of times, like a few times a day. Sometimes I almost cry because I'm just so truly grateful. And the more I expand that energy of appreciation, and I check my ego. Anytime my ego wants to complain or judge or focus on what I don't want or place its attention on something that isn't going how I prefer, I immediately bring myself back to gratitude. I check the ego. Oh, that's the ego trying to make up problems again. And it's like I'm standing in a big bush full of thorns, but I'm looking at the one rose petal. I'm spending all my awareness on this rose petal and how beautiful it is and how good it smells. And I could easily be focused on all these thorns. Oh, I don't want to hit that thorn. Oh, what if that thorn cuts me? Oh, that thorn looks really sharp and scary. Oh, I better not touch that thorn, and not even notice that there's a rose in there and all I see is thorns. And that's what the ego wants to do sometimes. But I put it in check. I've got the monkey mind tamed, and he's my friend. I always say during our meditation classes every Monday, I say, the mind makes a powerful servant, but a lousy master. The mind makes a powerful servant, but a lousy master. If you let the mind, aka the ego, be in control and run the show, it'll sabotage you. But if you control it and allow it to be your servant, then, by doing the inner work, the mantras, the meditation, the breath work, all that stuff, you begin to tame this monkey mind, and it starts to become a powerful ally and a servant rather than an enemy that's sabotaging you and bringing you down all the time. So constantly checking my ego and being friends with it and bringing my awareness back to gratitude, because I really am so blessed. And the more I focus on how blessed I am, the more the universe keeps blessing me. The more I just keep affirming all these things and embodying it through how I eat, through who I hang out with, through what I watch or don't watch, through what I say yes and no to, where my boundaries are. I keep tuning into this knowing of I'm connected to all the divine energy in the universe. I am all the divine energy in the universe. And I deserve all these blessings. And the more I'm blessed, the more it benefits everyone else, because I'm just an instrument in service of the divine. Like my entire existence is here just to benefit all. Like it's not even for me. And I get to let it flow through me. And as it flows through me, it blesses me. But it's not even about me. It's about all of us together, the whole one. And I got out of way, and I'm just allowing the one to do what it wants to do, which is just love everyone and hold everyone and help everyone and experience itself and have fun and play, and sing and dance and laugh and celebrate. So yeah, it's really easy to create your dream life. Just keep visualizing it and keep being it, and have the courage to let go of anything that's not that. If you have a vision of your ideal body and what it feels like to be in that body, keep holding tight to that vision and putting down anytime you're grabbing a food item that wouldn't create that body. Put it down and just remember that vision. Oh yeah. Well, let's meditate and feel what it feels like to live in that reality. Okay, that feels so good. Okay, no, those Doritos do not even sound good anymore. Actually, an apple sounds really good. Let's go. Start reframing, reprogramming, creating a whole new reality from the inside out by being the change we wish to see. So anything is possible in the quantum field. It gets to be easy. We deserve all the blessings. We are eternally held by Source. Nothing in this dream could ever hurt us. So let's courageously share our magic and enrich every being that we encounter with our presence. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I really feel grateful and just happy to be on here connecting with you. So if you got value from this episode, screenshot it, post it on your story. Let's get this podcast popping again. Let's get, we're still getting a lot of views, so I'm really stoked on all you guys sharing it. Huge thank you to the sponsors. Treat yourself to some self-love and expand the abundance and wellness in your life by going down to the show notes. Get yourself some Organifi. Use promo code Burnell. Maybe get yourself some green juice, some red juice, some gold juice, some protein powder. Stock yourself up with some Moss Life. You can get a nice jar of Irish sea moss to put in all your smoothies and green juices. And if you're in Utah especially, go hit up Water Fusions, get yourself a DNA scan so you can take out all the guesswork on like which supplements or vitamins you need or foods you should eat or shouldn't eat. I recently did a DNA scan and found out I was allergic to celery and lemons. Like I thought they were the healthiest thing ever, and I've been eating them like every day. And then found out, nope, my body does not like those. So you can learn a lot from those DNA scans. Hit up Water Fusions, tell them Burnell sent you. And if you could share this episode with at least one homie or put it on your story, that would mean the world to me. So I love you so much. Truly, from the center of my heart. Thank you for being you. Thank you for choosing to incarnate on this planet at the same time as me. It's a really dope experience. Huge thank you to all my Patreon supporters. It means the world to me. Your support is really helping me continue to make a bigger and more beautiful impact. So huge thank you to you for listening. Thank you to the sponsors. I'm sending you all the love, all the prosperity, all the abundance vibes. I would love to see you in person at one of our Meditation Mondays. Or if you're listening after January 20th, come visit us on the Big Island, Kona. We'll be holding it down in Hawaii with the magical Rainbow Tribe. Until then, I'm sending you all the love, all the best vibes. Keep being you. Keep smiling. Remember to have fun, not take it too seriously. It gets to be easy, and you deserve it. I love you so much. Holler at me if you need anything. I've got some coaching spots open, so I'll be happy to support you however I can. Until the next time, infinite love. Aloha.